Hello and welcome back to part 26. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to skip ahead, feel free to check the video description. Otherwise, stick around for the play-by-play. Looks like we have no space for any of these things that were left behind by our slain raiders. See, we have this filled up. So we need to find another home for these. Now, do I want to dig something out? Or do we want to just dump them somewhere? Which I suppose we can dump them in here for now. Won't even take up that much space, but you know what? Let's just dump it in here. It's 20 pieces. I don't even think if we have 20 here. And then there's a few that we dropped on the top here. This is things that our own people were wearing. Looks like we don't have enough space to put all of that away. So to save space, maybe we should build more of these. You can fit 2 pieces on one spot here, or 3 in these spots. So we already have a few built here on these floors. Might be a good idea to build a few more. Now, where are you? Under miscellaneous? No. Weapon rack. So let's do the weapon racks. Guess I did that on the floor above it. Let's just expand that real quick. Fix our little mistake we made there. Okay, let's just check our resources real quick. Meals. We don't have a lot of meals. Let's check to see what we got going on here. This is set to make meals. This is set for animal feed. We'll add meals after that. This one's set to 40. Let's do the same thing. Now, what do we have here? We turned off, well, by default, the human meat is turned off, and wood and coal. We want to be using sticks and dung bricks. Makes sense. Okay, this way we'll have 2 people able to make meals, because before we just had salted eels and pickled vegetables being made here. Now if this doesn't have enough resources, see if we can add this to the bottom here as well. And if they're not able to make these, they should be able to skip and just make the next item underneath. Salted eels, pickled vegetables, raw meat. Set that above. We have a boar carcass. See if we can make a boar headpiece out of that. Stock levels here, it's getting pretty full. Now we have been trying to trade as much as we can, but this is going to fill up pretty fast on this side. These only hold about 50 pieces each, so it's getting filled up. I'm thinking I should build the shelves in the middle though before we build anything else. So let's just build a few of these. You know, let's just build 5 for now. We don't have a whole lot of wood available. So with that in mind, let's take a look and we'll see if there's any spare trees that grew in between here. that are mature that we can cut down. None there. These are growing. Okay. Sure, we'll cut that down. Now, sometimes these apple trees, they will get to the point where they don't produce anymore and we can cut them down. And because I don't have these ones all on the little blueprint squares here, the zones, we need to manually check these. And you know what, at the moment I don't have any brewing going on, so I don't want to get stuck with too much food, because when you can't trade your food away and you can't eat it fast enough, it just stockpiles and then it rots, and that's like, that doesn't help at all. I do have all these little goals. I want to get rid of this hill. I want to get rid of this hill. This has been my priority lately, trying to get all this coal dug out. Once this layer is dug out, we will slowly dig out this 3 here, and we'll put another one of these slopes in there so we can dig out some more. Let's just increase the speed a little bit. Let's check how much limestone we have. We don't have any limestone brick. We've been slowly mining this limestone. So let's hold off on these little projects. We want to be expanding the moat as well. But our main concern is building this wall out, and want to get this barn built in this area, which means I need to fill this in after I dig it out. Let's get rid of all these little shrubs here that have been popping up. We'll let these go. Autumn's almost halfway through. Cut down some more of these trees before they get too close to our wall. Gonna need a lot of wood. As we saw with the Thor's lightning, Thor's might, fire can start pretty much anywhere. We don't want any of these trees catching fire. Let's see if we can cut the ones down from this hill. Lot of lawn care. Did I not have a perfect square? I think I did that. I think I checked that before. Okay, we have a beggar visiting. Swindling carpenter. Now, before we've given the beggars nice fine clothing, good clothing, decent amount of meals, we actually don't have... Oh no, we have a lot of meals now. I was gonna say, do I not have meals? I thought it was just raw food I was looking at. Okay, so we have a good amount of food to spare. Once they are in our area, we will see what we can offer them. Okay, nighttime just started. Let's send someone to talk to them before I forget. We can get back to counting my tiles. Okay, let's give the beggar something. We're not going to just send them away. Clothing should be at the bottom here in the single units. Did I go too far? I went too far. Let's go back up here. These are sturdy. We want to give them something a lot nicer than that. We're sturdy, flimsy. Ah, good. Okay. Give you one of those. See if I get you a nice hat. I know I traded for a lot of good hats and fine hats recently. See what is available. I feel like I don't have any. Well, if I don't have a nice hat to give you, maybe I'll give you a helmet. Maybe we'll give you some armor as well. I don't know if that will help you in your travels, but... Oh, we do have them. Okay, good caps. Alright, let's go back up here. We'll see what kind of cooked food we have in decent quantities. Apple pie, okay. Let's give you 5 apple pies. 100 gold value. 100.54. Hidden stash. Point of interest. Hidden stash. Jump to location. That is this one here. Hostile animals. Decent amount of value. Distance 7. You know what? We'll send a caravan in the morning. Last time there was only 2 wild aggressive boars. It's not a crazy amount. See if we can fill some of these tiles in here. So that's dirt underneath them. Dug this out. Let's fill this in. Oh, you know, there's salt underneath here. Maybe we should dig that out too. I'm going to be digging out a little bit of this wall, looks like, in this area. And let's just mark a dumping stockpile here for now. So that's at mark 10. So that's 35 up until this border. Let's see. This is 10. 20. Yeah, that's 36 here. That means this should be one closer. If I want to have it centered with, this is 4 wide. So I have this as my center because we can't have this 3 wide. So my center is 2 instead of just 1 point. So it's 30 here. And that means these would be 2 here. So that should also be 1 closer. Well, it's not perfect. That's okay. Will be a little bit of a rectangle. We don't need to be square. Or is it the front wall that's just too far in? We don't need to dig these out, right? No. I wonder if that has any bearing on how the AI operates. Like if it matters which walls are closer to whatever resources you have on the inside of the base. If, let's say, the most important thing is like getting this thing destroyed, or this, and then they're like, hey, this wall is the closest, we're going to attack at this wall. Or if it doesn't really matter because the enemies just spawn at random sides. Like if they spawn on the east side, then they come in through here anyway. But if they spawn on like, the north, then they'll come in from here, and then they might just attack this wall anyway. Where's that wood? Let's grab these. Urgent haul. Got wood coming in. Let's build more of those shelves. They're already filling up with food. This is food only. You know what? I was so busy talking about all that stuff, I forgot to send out that caravan. still good for a while. So we're going to send it out shortly. Cover this last piece of dirt here, right? That's dirt. Cover that in. I know we can't get to those right now, but they'll get to them when they can. We'll just set that up. Let's see how that limestone is done. Almost all done. Let's grab these limestones. Just focus on the full limestone here at the moment. Happy birthday, Ulrich. That's going to be coming down this way. This is all dirt, right? I don't see anything here. We can get this put in. Is this dirt here too? This looks a little wet. Yeah, this is all dirt. We'll put that in since we have the resources piling up. We'll see if we can clean out a little bit from here. It's not a whole lot of clay brick that we're going to be putting down. Do we even have room for the coal? Not really. Okay, before we send our people away, let's just double check who is our chefs. We want to make sure we don't run out of food. Crystal, Dearmod, Juliana, Macus. Okay, we'll leave the 4 of you. Loot stash. Okay. You have some melee. You don't have weapons and armor, but we'll bring you. Then we'll bring you 4. Okay. Estimated stash weight. That's not so much, so we don't need to worry about bringing too many hauling animals. So let's just bring a goat and a sheep. Animal feed. 30 is probably more than enough. You know what? Let's just bring 20. How many people are we sending? 4? Let's bring 4 food for the way there. And we'll bring 4 food for the way back. Is my food all spread out? Looks like it is. Let's see if we get 4 of the same thing. Just make it easy. Look at all that. Helmets. Okay, 4 pies. Now, I thought about bringing maybe 1 healing kit just in case. Just in case. I don't know if I should be expecting these aggressive animals to be getting like harder and harder. The last one we only had 2 aggressive boars. They went down pretty easy. But if you don't prepare, you know, then you gotta suffer the consequences. Doesn't even look like I have simple healing kits to bring. Did I use all my healing kits? Did I pass them by? I mean, if this is alphabetical, They would be here. So I guess we're out. We got food supplies. Alright. Should be relatively easy. You know what, let's catch some trout and smoke some fish. There's a reason we got this pond here in our base. Should take advantage of that. I know we have a ton of animals to cull, but I'd rather trade those if I have the opportunity. Can trade them with a merchant that shows up. Caravan has left. Alright. Let's speed that up. Our people are working. Look at all that limestone we brought back. We got brick available. Get this wall put in. Where does that end? That ends right here. Right? Let's bring this up to date. Want it looking fancy. And this is going to be our outer wall, so we can start the curve. We can start doing the curve on the outside. Now, should we do something like this on our outer wall? Give it some flair. Give it a little bit of some sort of character. Friendly visit. Lone traveler. Johanna. Ancrene Disciples. Johanna or Joanna? Johanna? Joanna. Merchant has entered. Okay, before we go to bed, we will talk to them since it's late in the evening. Producing, let's just cancel that. You can go barter. Before we talk to them about the troubles, let's see what they got. We want your gold coin. We don't have any beet seeds, apparently, so let's get beet seeds. We'll take your cider. People love cider. This is an already made meal. We'll take some stick traps. You have a wolf. We already have plenty of wolves, but you know what? We'll take another wolf. I don't have any apple saplings, apparently, so let's get you to sell us your apple sapling. Alright, that's everything you have. We can just give you a sheep for your troubles. But you know what? Let's see if you'll take any of our clothing away to free up all this space. We don't want all this bad quality clothing. Flimsy, sturdy, sturdy, flimsy. We want flawless, we want superior. Fine is good, also good is good. Okay, the wait is over. You know what? You have... What did you have? You had a male dog? A female dog. I wonder if I give you a male dog, if then you'll come back with more dogs. Or if you'll be able to come back with more... like, more animals, or with more goods, because they might have more dogs breeding on their end. And that will let them come back to trade more items. Flimsy. Look at that. Threshold is still in our favor, but too far. Gotta keep giving. Good clothing. No, should have done this by value, because then the poor clothing prices here will be on the bottom most likely, so they're not worth a whole lot. So is sometimes damaged goods. Caps aren't really worth a lot. Right, how many gold coins would you pay for a hat? Especially one that's lost its durability. Okay. I think we had extra thesis we could trade. I don't know how many, so let's just trade one for now. And I guess let's take a look at what we have a lot of here. We have so many apples, we have so much beeswax. Can we just give you so much beeswax until you can't carry anymore? Right? That might give us a little bit more alignment in our favor. Probably not a lot, since we're not actually giving them any value. We're still making out in the bonus, like in the surplus on our end. Giving them a fair amount of clothing. Oh, hold on. I select a flawless headpiece, apparently. I don't want to give that. It's a good thing we're checking. Pretty sure these are all sturdy and flimsy. Give them the dog. We're getting a wolf. We don't really need the wolf, but let's get the wolf. We want to have a nice army of wolves. Still sad that the bear cub that came a while back, I didn't have the time to tame it. But even since then, another bear cub hasn't shown up, and that bear would probably just maybe die of old age, unfortunately. Okay, caravan is at its destination. Let's enter that location. Give it a moment to load up. Yeah, it was fast. What have we here? Okay, everyone's drafted. We paused. Let's take a look at the wildlife. Oh, a bear. At least it's only one bear. Okay. It's young. Definitely don't have enough time to show up and tame it, though. Alright, let's see what is on the ground here. Flawless clothing. Oh, isn't that nice? Water vole pelts. Okay. Banners to take. Okay. Not amazing, but I'll take them. Raw human meat. So I guess they killed someone. We're not going to take that with us. That's going to stay. Mead. So, are these... Oh, they're in like a cave. Okay. Rotten meat. Thesis. Look at all that gold coins, too. Okay. And that's in an area where we can't stockpile it. Okay. So we're gonna set up a stockpile here. That way, these aren't trained to haul. That's okay. Maybe I should have brought some dogs to run into the cave and grab our items. Now, is there a way I could lure the bear out and attack it from up high? There's a way up here. Maybe we'll do that. We'll send you three with the bows up high. Maybe we can lure the bear. It's wild and aggressive. That way we can just shoot at it while it tries to climb, and it'll give us a little bit of time. We don't have armor on you. Is this easier than I thought it would be? It was. Okay, great work everybody. Oh, you're sleeping outside. Sad. Alright, well, we'll just grab all of this. Are we able to put the carcass on here? We are. Okay. Urgent, we can grab these. You know what? We'll just set all of this as urgent. It's funny how there's like a hole at the top here. Wonder if you could just go there and shoot down at the bear. And you can't mine this away, can you? No. You can mine this away. We could flood this map. People are going to be sad. Slept outside, slept on the ground. Very uncomfortable, deprived of entertainment. Yeah. Do we want to bring back any sticks? Oh, we have food. Let's not worry about this hay. Let's not worry about the dirt. You people are drinking, aren't you? You're already here. Just grab these items. They had their priorities straight. Straight for the mead. I'm gonna leave this here. I don't want to take that. Even if people are cannibals in my group, maybe not these ones, but some of the ones back home, I don't want them eating the human meat in front of the other settlers. I think that gives them like a bad vibe, like a bad mood. It's like, oh, I saw my companion there eating like human meat. Like, yeah, no, it's not. That's something we want. What just happened? The map is flooding from something. I don't like that. Does that mean these are gonna get damaged? Oh. What just happened? We don't have wood. That is wild. Thankfully that just spilt out. Interesting. Caravan must depart shortly. Let's increase the size of this. That gave me a fright. It's nice that this is just sealed area though. Where are you harvesting, animal? Wool cloth. It's not why we came here. Okay, you are idle. There's nothing else to grab. You know what? Let's not worry about the sticks. Settlers are becoming annoyed. Uncomfortable. It's almost the end of the day. Let's just leave. Got all our people. Bear carcass. That weighs a lot. We don't want bones. We don't want dirt. We want the coins. Greek fire. Healing kit. Mead. Milk, I guess. We're leaving the raw meat. We're taking the food. We're leaving the rotten meat. Let's see if the sticks will come with us. See, we don't have space for that. So the wool that we wanted to take, we can't take all of that. Books are worth a lot more. Milk's not really worth taking compared to these. Mead, yeah, definitely worth it. Gold coins, definitely worth it. No thanks for the dirt or bones. Bear carcass weighs a lot, but you know what? We'll have a bear trophy from that when we get back home. It was good to see that the map didn't completely flood because that was just a little pool of water. It wasn't a full like river, because the river is like generating water at the end of the map, so that means that'll keep flowing and flowing. You can't like run the river dry, at least from my understanding of the way they implemented the water mechanics in this game. Go back, make sure you set them to go back. We traded with you. Okay, now we can go back to making sure this area gets worked on properly. Dig that out. Food, we have meals. We have some limestone brick. Can start filling this in a little bit. I think it might be time we take this tower down. But you know what, let's wait until this wall is built out in this direction before we take this tower down. Do you want to preemptively take it down? Looks like these polecats have set off a fire trap. I wonder if that means these bones will turn into something else. I wonder if that'll destroy any of my wooden traps. We did want to move this a little bit out of the way. polecat just runs through there. Oh, he's on fire. Why would you run through the fire? What a epic story. Why would you run into the fire and then look like you walked right on the trap as well? Okay, tend your wounds. Can I just run into the water with you? I know it's your sleep schedule right now, but you're not going to bed. Not on fire, you're not. Ridiculous. Okay, we definitely shouldn't have fire traps so close here. At least there's a water pile. Settler's wounds need tending. It's just you. Okay. Hilarious, though. Still have limestone here. Let's set these little by little to take apart these hills little by little. Won't be priority, but we'll get to it. Let's increase that speed. I know this is just temporary, but let's put some more clay brick floor down in here. And then we'll increase this food. Be able to put that hay down because this hay here decomposes, whereas this hay here doesn't decompose. We don't want to be decomposing our hay. There's a lot of dung in here as well. Still the same merchant, okay. People are on their way back. So you can see what was left in this loot stash. So if we want to send a caravan, we can go pick up this wool cloth and all this other one milk. I think that's something to keep in mind, not to send sheep or goats out on those areas. Maybe just send dogs and wolves. So if we dug this hole out a little while back, we never filled in. Getting this ready for digging this out. Why are you set up to flee? Not anymore. Animals are hungry. Not anymore. Animal ate. Okay. There's a graveyard here that we never got dug up perfectly, but we did set it to get dug up. Got more than 20 graves there ready to go for the next time we get attacked. Alright, where were we? We wanted to last time was just set these up now that they're built. Disciples are leaving, the Ancrene Disciples. We traded with them, that's great. This will stop a little bit of our lawn care issues. Your wounds still need tending. Did no one tend to you? Settlers are exhausted. Yeah, you probably just came back from a little trip. Settlers are suffering from cold. Who's suffering from cold? Why are you suffering? You have summer clothes on. Do we not have better winter clothing? Macus. Let's stop producing and get you some winter clothes, and let's get you a better helmet as well. And by helmet I mean headband. Something better than a flimsy headband. Anything in these wardrobes on the top floor? No. Oh, that's not even the top floor. What about the top floor? Is there anything on these? Let's get you that stag headpiece. Flawless? Or should we save that for head druid? Maybe we'll save that for a bit. Is there anything better? Anything more appropriate? There's a cap. Cap in here. You know what? Let's get you this flawless headband since you're wearing this flimsy one for so long. We got room for all those resources to be brought in. Settlers are exhausted. Ulrich, are you going to sleep? You are going to sleep. Okay. Is there room for coal to be put away? There is room for coal. I feel like we need to expand this just a little bit as well. But you know what? We got the apple trees here. For now, let's just expand it underneath here. Let's see if there's anything here. Oak tree, we don't want oak trees growing in this area. Fruitless, okay, one to cut down. More chickens. It's nice to see that we still have room for our animals to populate in that small barn that we have. Fruitless, alright, cut you down. That one's ripe. Harvest you. Field maple, we don't want you growing. And you know what, this young apple tree, we're going to cut that down because we could use more saplings. These also will be giving us saplings. Random shrub, get rid of you. Stunted, get rid of you. Ulrich, you're drinking. Rainy day, you know that they're going to be drinking all of that cider I brought back. It's under resource. It's probably just under food. Is it cider? I thought it was cider. It's under medicine. Just realized we don't have room here. Let's fill some more medicine on these medicine shelves. Alright, we did a little bit building this walkway on the outside here. Looks like we got a decent amount of limestone brick available as well, so let's start building that up here. Let's start getting this put together. Corner is done, at least on that point here. We can start, what is this, the west wall we call this. This is north. We have dubbed this the north wall, where it starts at position 0, 0. Then we go towards the east here, as if you're reading a book. So then this is the east side. So east wall is almost done. We got to build this corner out, but it looks like the north wall, at least the outside portion, is done. Still got to work on the inside, which is coming along. Looks like we'll be able to put this floor down now that this is dug out. And we can cut these trees, get that ready. And looks like we can start digging down here. But before we get to that, we want to work on this section here. We want to get all of our clay, or sorry, not clay. This is coal. We want to get this coal out of here. So that's something we're going to work on for the next video. But it looks like we'll be starting our next video with a surprise night raid. I guess that's starting tonight. But since we're pretty much at the hour mark now, I'm going to save this for the next video. Decent amount of archers coming, 5 regular, 3 adept, still no master archers, 2 ballistas to deal with. So we're going to be watching and waiting for a decent amount while they build that and waste their ammo on our walls. 3 regular thugs and 1 brutal thug. So we'll take a look at what they're using at the start of next video. First brutal thug, I think. 4 marauders, 4 fierce marauders, 11 ruthless marauders, and 1 onager. Onager. So with that, 31 enemies have appeared. And we'll save that for the next video, where we have very, well, somewhat sleep deprived people during a fight, where these people are a lot more rested than we are. Alright, good thing I didn't take this tower down. We can use this for the next defense if they come from that side. Otherwise, I hope they're running over to our main base here, because this is what we wanted to defend. We wanted to defend this gate. That's where we always want our enemies to come. Battle balance. That's funny. Right when I was trying to end a video, they show up. Let's get a look at this wall. It's coming in. It's nice. A little bit of a rectangle. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you stopping by and supporting the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a great one.